making it rain, right? Just like yeah. All right, suckers. Money can't buy you happiness. Is that right? Money can't buy you happiness. Nope. That's what I want to talk about today, real quick. And you know what? I'm just gonna reach into my pocket here and pull out Jellystone 2001 Canadian rap artist, and quote from the song Money. Money can't buy me happiness, but I'm happiest when I can buy what I want, whenever I want. Oh. All right. Whew. People love to talk about, yeah, money can't buy you happiness. It's obviously very situational, right? And depends on your circumstances. So, like, yeah, I agree with that statement, and I also really disagree with that statement. This is stemming from the fact that this morning, in the past couple days, I've just felt lighter, and this morning I was just, it might not be because of money, but we'll get into that, but it might just be, I don't know, like, I can't really measure exactly why I'm happy sometimes, but I do know that this money that I have recently received is adding to my general mood, and I feel much lighter and not weighed down. So I've been having a lot of financial difficulties, like especially since my part-time contract ended. But even during that, since July, and I didn't work over the summer, and I was on EI. But I had savings from my full-time, like I was working at a full-time school contract for a year, and that was like the most consistent, good money I've ever had by far. So I put some of that away. I didn't end up working in the summer. Then I came back, and I didn't know, like when that contract ended, I didn't know what contract, if there was one that was going to be extended to me at the beginning of the school year, because of this whole medical thing. Health leave that I was covering. So I came back part-time. I could not, on that basis of just working part-time, on this part-time contract, cover my needs, or cover I shouldn't say my needs, I couldn't cover my budget, my monthly budget. So I was also like a sub, and just like, it's really difficult to navigate working as a sub when you're working part-time. So that didn't really help much, and every month I just kind of went a little more and a little more into debt. Then this whole student loans thing was going on, and they want money from me, and I'm like, yo, I don't have any money. And they're like, well, you got paid this much, and that's like just over the threshold of, like, meaning that now you fall into this bracket where you can pay us money. I'm like, you don't know my budget, you don't know my expenses, I'm not living crazy, but I can't pay back this money right now. And then that just kept like building and building and building. I was getting a little more into debt and a little more into debt, and then it was just not cool, right? It's not a good place to be. Then my part-time contract ends at the end of January, and I was like, cool, I guess I'm on the sub list. I had potential, or have potential on the sub list, to make a fair chunk of change, to make more money than when I was on a part-time teaching contract. If I worked like even just 3 days a week, like full days a week as a sub, I would make more money than what I was doing with my part-time teaching contract. However, I'm averaging like a day and a half a week, and that is not enough to cover my expenses, my monthly budget. Like, not making enough to pay rent, gas, groceries, bills. Yeah, so it's just not like, not enough. So again, since then, since the contract ended January 30th, I've been on the sub list, and it's just been not good. Barely, I shouldn't even say averaging, whatever, maybe 1 day a week, or whatever, day and a half a week I'm averaging. It just has not been good, and I've been getting into more debt way quicker. So, I was like, last week, because I guess I'm filming this on March 5th is another key thing, because last week I was like this close to having to borrow money from my parental unit. Like, 32 years old, that's not really what I want to be doing. I don't want to be doing it ever with anyone at any age, and I've had to borrow money from them before, and they were in a position where they could help me out, and then I was in a position later where I could pay them back. So I've had to do that. I've borrowed money from friends at times in my life, and they borrowed money from me, and what have you. So like, but I just don't like to be in debt to anyone. I like to just not have to do that, obviously. I've never just, anyway. So I was just this close. I like had to go like negative like $500 something into my overdraft, which only goes down to $600 to pay my rent, and just like, it was not a good place to be. And I was like, oh, I kind of need groceries next week, and I was just hanging by a thread. However, my main man Norman, he did my taxes, so that's my stepdad, and so he files my taxes and stuff because he's got all the accounting skills, and he did that, and then within like less than, like, I don't even know what it is, like 4 days, I got my tax return back. My tax return gave me financial freedom right now, and I want to tie this whole like money and happiness and freedom all together, and anxiety too, I guess. So I got that money back because of my university stuff I was doing, like those 2 degrees back to back in Saskatchewan. There's this whole thing with like tax credits, and I was like, he was forwarding these credits into the future so that I wouldn't have to be paying taxes, and I would still keep getting a return. And this is the last time I get this tax return, and then next year I'm going to be paying back money like everyone else probably. Well, not everyone, but anyway. So I got this chunk of change, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, it was like not a day too soon. I didn't have to borrow any money. I was like, went and paid my bills and like everything, and just, it was just right on time. Like, yeah, just, whoa, yes. Praise. So I got that, and then I was like paying this and paying that and putting this away and putting that, and like working out a new budget with this money and what I need to save for. And like, it's not like a bunch of money that I just get to like spending money making it rain, right? Just like that's not what it's gonna be. I've got a lot of expenses, like that's gonna go into paying off some debts, go into fixing up maybe this windshield, but I've got like, I definitely have some stuff that I need to use that for, some legal stuff, and just like debts, and anyway. So however, the thing is that it does afford me the ability to not just be constantly stressed out right now, because I have some extra money there that I'm like, hey, I don't know how much I'm gonna work, right? That's been a huge thing. I don't want this money to cover my monthly budget from now on. I want like this for debt and to save it and like put it forward, because I don't know what I'm doing in the summer. I don't know if I'm gonna get into my master's program. I don't know if I'm gonna be moving, because I didn't get into the program and I want to teach, so I'm gonna be moving somewhere else where there's more opportunities. Like, moving's expensive. Moving provinces, possibly, moving cities is really expensive. So just like, I'm gonna need that. So, or possibly I'm gonna need that. I don't know yet. And yeah, so I don't want to use that for my monthly expenses of paying rent and getting gas and groceries and junk. But I know that I have it right now if I need it. And that feeling, just like I said, it just was like this weight has been lifted off me, where I don't feel just like pressure like every day. Like I didn't get a call for work today, and I was like, hell yeah. Like, not really, because I don't want to have to use this money. But I was also just like, you know what, I didn't get a call for work today, and that's not gonna kill me right now. Like, I need subbing to pick up. I needed to pick up, because if I have to use this money to just coast for the next like 3 months, that's not gonna be cool at all. Like for March, April, May, I guess June too. Like, anyway, it's not cool. But I feel happier. I feel freer. I feel much lighter. I do have some freedom in the fact that I do not have to borrow money right now. I do not have to think about it right now as to like, oh, I didn't work. What's this gonna cost? Like, I don't know. I better have work tomorrow. I better have work the next day. Like, it's a fortunate position to be in, which is rare for me in some cases. So, yeah, I was having a time today, this morning, just like it was like a Viagra commercial. That's what it was like this morning. I was just like, like everything's fantastic and great. And maybe it just hit me this morning. And like I said, it's not the only reason, but it is a reason for sure. That my general mood is improved, and I do not feel anxious about not getting a call for work today. Like I said, I've had this money for like maybe 4 days now, and just been like, but it just really hit me this morning when I didn't get a call, and I wasn't depressed about it, I guess. I wasn't like having to think like, oh my goodness, I didn't get a call, what am I gonna do? Is this ever gonna pick up? Like, again, I needed to pick up, but I didn't feel like the weight of the world was on me because I didn't get work today. And I, again, like, I know that I can coast a little bit if I need to. But I mean, in a broader sense, yeah, money can't buy you happiness, in the sense that if you have all the money ever, it doesn't guarantee your happiness, right? It doesn't guarantee that you are going to be a happy person because your financial needs are met. However, on the other side of that, it can buy you happiness in the sense, like, I don't know, it's tough, because just because you have no financial flexibility, or if your needs are not being met, you could still be happy, I guess, right? You could still be happy if your needs aren't met, depending on the context of who you are and what situation you're in, and everything. What your needs are kind of different. I mean, it depends if we go with like a hierarchy of needs type thing, and what the universal standard for needs is, and to sustain life. Like, there's a lot of that, and then there's like, oh, my context of being here and not in a third world country, my needs are different. I need to pay for my car, I need to pay, like, whatever, right? A little different for people, but I mean, like my context, because my needs right now are being for sure met. When they were really, really dicey and in doubt there, then yeah, I am much happier. I feel lighter. It is not going to guarantee me happiness forever, right? It's not going to guarantee that I am a happy person. Like, things are going to still make me upset or depressed. But this is one thing I don't have to worry about, and it's a major thing. Like, this construct, this system that I'm in, that a lot of you that are watching this are in. I mean, if you're watching YouTube, you're in it, man. So, like, that the money and debt and credit scores and all this stuff affects our lives, not just for the short term, but possibly for the long term. And this whole student loan thing going on is affecting my credit score like crazy, until I can do something about it, and then they like will retroactively like apply, and then it'll be fine, hopefully. But yeah, money can buy you happiness, and at the same time it can't. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to be a happy person because you're a billionaire, right? Not at all. This is a much bigger topic, in a way, of like, what do you need to do as a person to make sure you're right with you, and that you're happy, and what does happiness even mean, right? But you know, money can buy you happiness, because in the words of Jellystone, I'm happiest when I can buy what I want whenever I want. And I can't do that. I'm not saying like, yeah, like I can just make it rain. That's not what it's about. I can pay my rent, and I can afford to not be stressed that I'm like, crap, I didn't get work today. That's where I'm at right now. And it is a wonderful place to be, because I was just teetering on the edge for so long. And I'm allowing myself to not just take care of my needs, but get a couple of wants too, just a little bit there, and still maintain some responsibility. Yeah, anyway, 2 cent rant is over. Look up Jellystone. The hood is here. Money. Boom. See you on another time.